Breaking news, QAnon has been featured on Fox and Friends. This is Just Informed Talk. I'm your host, Craig. And we're going to go ahead and go right into the story today. Breaking news, there was kind of a shout out from QAnon post here to the Fox and Friends cast and crew, which I thought was really incredible when I saw it. And it's actually referencing something they showed on their show. It is in a QAnon post. It's saying hashtag release the memo, referring to a post in the QAnon chat board. And I'll show you exactly where that post exists. It is here. It is, why are we here? Why are we providing crumbs? Think memo, building the army, not convinced. This is spreading. You, the people, have the power. You, the people, have forgot how to play. Together you are strong. Apart you are weak. They want you divided. They want race wars. They want class wars. They want religious wars. They want political wars. They want you divided. Learn. For God and country. Learn. Stay together. Fight, fight, fight. This is more important than you can imagine. Now, I think it shocked a lot of people that this was actually featured. But it's exactly a reference to that, and it was featured on Fox and Friends with the hashtag release the memo, which, if you guys look back at the tagline for the image of the pen that I pointed out in my last video, had the White House stationery head on it. It may have been referring to RTM, release the memo. It was I think it was like a JPEG.RTM or RTM.JPEG or GIF or whatever. And this is all real. I don't understand. And then it says, coincidence? AT&T, no such agency contract? NSA contract? AT&T, Google, Facebook, etc. prevent unfair censorship push? This is what they're doing for us. They're trying to straighten out Google and Facebook and prevent unfair censorship. That's the push they're making. The Internet Bill of Rights? Yeah, that's scary. You know, it's funny. I put out a video. You guys can look it up. It's in my post. Maybe I'll put it on my Twitter, post it, whatever. But it was actually the video of the Internet Bill of Rights as suggested by Julian Assange from WikiLeaks. It was kind of one of those things that I picked up on. It was part of the WikiLeaks dump. I was posting all of his videos at that point, and I can tell you right now that video exists. You can go look at it. You can search it in my catalog. It's the Internet Bill of Rights. They demonetized it immediately, even though it had almost no traffic on it. They're scared of that idea, I think. I think that's a really scary proposition to anybody running the internet, is an Internet Bill of Rights, where there are certain things that are inalienable about our right to free speech, our right to do what we feel is fair for us as Americans, and that to impose upon those rights is a form of tyranny. And we must always stand up against that. So I think that's a very, very interesting part that's released. Now, next part. Confirmed. Fox News. It's a site. I'll show you that in a second. It says, why did Hussein travel ahead of POTUS? Trump would not even be in office for long, suggesting he could be out in a year. Reread crumbs. Future unlocks past. Now, that's definitely referring to a lot of Q's previous posts, but here's the linked article. Now, as you can read here in the title, it says, John Kerry reportedly coaches Palestinians not to yield to Trump in peace talks, spurring backlash. So, apparently John Kerry went over, unbelievably enough, to the Palestinians and said, look, don't yield to Trump. You know what? You don't have to yield to American power. It's not just Trump. You don't have to yield to American power because we're running it behind the scenes. Trump has no power. He's a puppet. We're going to put him out of power very soon. Well, guess what? That's all a lie. That's all untrue. That's the fake news. That's the cabal. That's the secret society. That's the elitists who think they own and run our country, when we the people, we the patriots, we the American citizens know best what's for us. So whether we have to get on our own channels here and project our message, and or we have to get out in the streets, and or we have to do whatever we have to do in order to make sure that our elected officials are following the will of the people, the actual people who live in the country, that's the name of the game from here on out. If you're in Antifa, if you're in another group, if you're in any anti-American, maybe Black Lives Matter, separatist group, the secessionists, the people who don't believe in the Union, don't believe in our sovereignty, don't believe in any of that, I only challenge you to take 1 second to imagine what the world would be like without the United States. And if you were to dissolve this entity immediately, the repercussions, the problems, the cataclysms, the events, I think that we should all be thankful and happy with the fact that our country has provided such stability for the world. But it does mean that we need to take advantage of it as individuals. I think it's on us to have a well-balanced approach where we specifically seek an interventionist policy that ends in peaceful negotiations of prosperity, as opposed to authoritarian goals of regime change. I think that there's certainly something to be said for having a firm hand, but there's also a balance to be had. So I think that's a definite thing that we need to address. And I just want to thank you guys for watching Just Informed Talk. And to draw it all back in, I want you to watch my last video. It's called Barack Obama Lawyers Up. This is the latest post from Q before this one, where it's been revealed that Barack is feeling the heat. He knows there is going to be a storm coming. The Great Awakening has happened. The world is informed to his cabal and secret affairs that were obviously anti-American, pro-globalist, pro-Luciferians, pro every other kind of sick perversion there is. But all we can do together is work as humans and love one another, trust in God. There will be only so many times in our life that we can look back and say, this was a breaking point in American history that defined a new generation. I think we're at that precipice. And I'm glad to share it with you guys. I'm glad to be on air. And I'm so thankful to the Lord that I'm able to spread the message. And I pray for everyone to find God. Take the time to seek Him. He will bring glory and grace into your life. The most important thing is, I hope peace on all of you. I pray for safety and wellness for all of you, and I hope that you pray the same for me. If you don't, that's okay. But for now, as a Christian, I can only say, God bless, good night. This is Just For Talk. I'm Craig. Have a good night.